Good evening, everyone. What's up? Just a satisfying meal and topped it off with a measly dessert. This is Mr. Hot speaking. Previously, there was a rant on that social network called Omogul. Today is a rant on a Nickelodeon show that probably almost everybody in the world hates, and it's on, guess, no, it's on a show called Fanboy and Chum. What on earth is this? Fanboy? Chum? What kind of names are those? More like Fatboy and Dum Dum, or better yet, Fagboy and Cum. But what kind of name is Chum? Who would name the kid that? What kind of name is that? That's not a name. Chum? Yeah, this show has to be one of the dumbest cartoons ever. What kind of show is this? Fanboy? Chum? Yeah, they're so annoying. They're so obnoxious. This is a ripoff of modern day SpongeBob. They copied modern day SpongeBob. So Fanboy and Chum are basically SpongeBob and Patrick. Fanboy is SpongeBob and Chum's Patrick. Yeah. Chum's that little fat kid who has no brain whatsoever. Yeah. All the characters look like a bunch of walking genitals. No kidding, look at their heads. So, that character Kyle Bloodworth the Wizard, perhaps maybe the smartest character in the series, he's basically Squidward. He's the only character that's even kind of normal, but still, he's so hideous. Look at his teeth and his hair and his face. He is an ugly ripoff of Squidward. He's not even as cool as Squidward anyway, because, well, he doesn't get punished ever like Squidward does. But still, he's better than Fatboy and Dum Dum themselves. Lenny is so boring. Lenny, who can also be seen as Squidward, he has no personality. Plus, just hearing him speak and just look at him, he's one of the most boring, bland characters ever in any TV shows. He's even more boring than those characters from Thomas the Tank Engine. That's how bad of a character he is. He's so boring that one can't even feel sorry for him. He's just that uninteresting. He's not interesting whatsoever. As for all the other characters, Yo can be annoying, which is probably like the closest to being even a little bit likable. What else is there? Oh, Lupe. That is one of the ugliest characters ever in any TV series. Heck, she's even more obese than Barney the Purple Dinosaur. She is the worst character ever seen in CGI. Worst. Even more ugly than Kyle. Just said it right there. Ugh, she makes you want to barf every time one sees her. She's just a useless character. Not cool at all. Yeah, Boog, that bully whatever. Yeah, he's nothing but a bully. What else is there? Yeah, the Hank Muffin guy, that teacher. He ain't no teacher. Yeah, even though Fatboy and Dum Dum or Fagboy and Cum go to school, they don't know nothing. They're as dumb as Patrick Star, even worse. I mean, each time a series copies the modern day SpongeBob, it fails. Brett Withers and Sanjay and Craig did that, and everybody knew about it. SpongeBob and Patrick are bad role models to copy. Fagboy and Cum are some of the dumbest characters in the history of cartoons. Well, there's so many dumb characters, but there are some of them. There are zero likable characters at all in the show. Lenny's too boring, Kyle's too ugly, all the rest of the characters are just ugly, and they're not interesting whatsoever. And there's even a janitor called Janitor Poopatine. Yeah, this show, no wonder why everyone hates this show. Fanboy and Chum. Yeah, where are their parents? Are their parents dead? Like, how did they even eat? Like, this place they live in, the fan lair, how did they even have that place? How did they even pay rent for that place? Nothing's explained in this show at all. They must be gay or something. I bet they're going to be married to each other, that's what. Yeah. The Frosty Mart, where those Frosty Freezes are sold, it's basically like the Krusty Krab, except it's a convenience store. And then there's this character called Oz, who's even more obese than Barney. He probably weighs like 500 pounds. I'm surprised he can even walk. He's that obese. He's just a guy that owns this comic book store. And he's pretty dumb also. And not cool either. Seriously, what kind of characters are these? Fanboy, Chum? Those aren't even fanboys who work with Chum? Who came up with that name? Yo is a real name, actually. It's a name that's Spanish, Yo, the character Yo. So it is a real name, it's just not seen in America often. Not a very poor ripoff, piss poor ripoff of modern day SpongeBob. They've copied SpongeBob Patrick, the Krusty Krab, and Squidward. Just like a few other shows have, which everybody knows. Seriously, how did this show even last for 3 seasons? It shouldn't even have lasted that long at all. The only good thing about this show is that the titles of the episodes are clever. They have clever titles. That's the only redeeming quality of this show. Nothing else. And these characters must be on drugs. They must be drugged up to the fullest extent. Thank goodness the show's already cancelled. It shouldn't even have lasted for them for more than a season. Even Breadwinners is better in this show. Even Sanjay and Craig and Breadwinners are better in this show. And they are the same basis, SpongeBob and Patrick, like Fanboy and Chum or Fatboy and Dum Dum. Overall, this is one of the dumbest shows ever in existence. It's not the worst show. But it's definitely up there. That's all there is to say for this rant on Fanboy and Chum or Fagboy and Chum, whatever one wants to call it. There's like 2 more names that one can come up for this show. But nothing but a pair of walking genitals. That's all this show is. Nobody in this show is even educated except for that Kyle Wizard guy, whatever he is. That's all there is to say for this rant. See you in the next rant. Good night.